live.
We're live.
Maybe a different device.
Tuesday night, Dive Bar Comedy. I'm Wild Joe. We're getting the comics popping in and out. A lot of technical difficulties tonight on Zoom. As usual, everybody has to check their internet connectivity. All of us living in this stay-at-home age. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Carol Newell, who will play our theme song by the late and great GT. And we'll get this show started. Another Tuesday night. A lot of fun comedy. Here we go.
Let me put your lower.
Here we go.
Okay, let's go make a mess. Don't touch stuff, okay? Really wait for her. Don't touch her to her. Good. So for you, this is so fun fast.
I can't say what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say. Uncensored. Comedy. Comedy. Dirty bad nasty comedy. Comedy. Dirty bad nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty bad nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty bad nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy.
All right, there we go.
Wow. I think we're all here. I've never seen so much last minute popping in and out of the show. People are cutting it close. 9:01, 9:02, they're still showing up. So we've got almost all of our comics here. Let's go around and introduce everybody. Just a quick run through. So I mentioned Carol Newell on
Yay!
tech.
That's me, Carol Newell, the world's best laugh.
Yes, and she has recovered fully from COVID and is ready to rock, doing a set tonight.
Yeah.
I'm
all better. Yay! Back to doing my grind.
Good things. Good things. Okay, who else is in the house? We got Roz Browne.
Yes, glad to be here.
Volunteered to go up first. So
sure.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip somebody because they are masked and muted. Let's see who else. David Sharp.
Hey.
You have the bluest eyes and the bluest green screen, so your eyes are now
they're funny.
Demonic. So oh no, the crying for this. Okay, Victor Martinez Jr. Victor Martinez Jr., welcome to the show. There you are.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to rush before the crying accelerates. Sam Brilhart. Oh, God. Hold on.
Oh.
Sam Brilhart. Oh, God. You look relaxed. No stress. Just hanging out. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Okay. What else? Oh, God. Muzzle it. Okay, and Susie Sitcom. Looking beautiful in the salon.
What's going on?
All right. Good to have you on.
Thank you.
So I think that's everybody. So let's ask some of our comics a few questions and find out where they're from and how they got into comedy and what they've been up to. So Roz, let's start with you since you're going first. What's your background and how'd you get into comedy?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I came out here to go to school. I started doing comedy over 20 years ago.
Wow.
On a deal from an acting coach. Told me that anything I was scared to do, that's what I should do. So I figured stand-up comedy was the most frightening thing I could think of. So that's what I did, and I've been on the stage ever since. for over 20 years.
That is everybody. When I first did stand up, everybody was so focused on the fear factor. Like, aren't you scared? Aren't you nervous? And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. That is one aspect, I guess, if you've never been on a stage before or you have stage fright. But I was like, well, aren't you more worried about whether I'm funny or not than if I'm scared or not? But that's what people seem kind of obsessed with, because a lot of people are scared to even try.
Oh yeah, I was just shaking. My first set on stage, I literally just shook the whole time I was on stage.
Wow.
And of course, I invited all my family and friends, and I look back and I say to myself, those were some nice people. I got good family.
Aw. And you know what's funny is, like, you're the least funny probably in your first few sets maybe, and then but your friends come out to support you the most. And then after 10 years of doing it, when you're super funny, your friends are all sick of your shows and they stop coming.
Right. Yeah. I've seen you. Yeah. Exactly. Like my aunt, she would come to my show. She said, "You do the same material all the time I see you. How come you do the same material?" And I would say, "You got the same hairdo. Every time I see you, you got the same hairdo. Why don't you change your hairdo?" So she don't come to my shows anymore.
Oh God, I got the crying. I don't know what this guy wants.
Oh no!
Let's see.
Poor baby.
He wants the same
Oh
thing as
God.
all guys. He wants the boob. It's the same thing as all guys.
Hold on. I give him my makeup bag. He can play with my razor blades, and that usually keeps him entertained.
Joe, he wants the same thing that all guys want. He wants the boob. Give him the boob.
And why do you have a baby in a bar?
You know what? If they could change the laws, anyone under 2 years old could come to bars, then I think that would make a lot of moms' lives a little easier, because we could leave the house. I think my babies would love strip clubs, that's for sure, because they do love boobs, and they'd be super entertained. If
I nurse too. My kids like boobs. They like boobs. So.
Hey.
Wow. All right, Roz. Well, I'm glad you're back. It's always
I'm glad
fun
to
have
be here.
you. And we started a podcast. We had a meeting. We did like a formal meeting with Judy and Lila Hart. But that never did happen. Judy talks a lot about her podcast, but I haven't seen one episode.
I think she did one. Didn't she do one? She's doing one, I think.
I don't know. She's always got something in the works. But yeah, it's hard to be consistent. But once you start, you got to stick to it. So that's what we're trying to do.
It is.
You working on anything these days? You doing any shows or?
I'm doing self-tape auditions, auditioning. Right now, everything's kind of like in limbo, production-wise. But they're still auditioning people, self-taping. So I'm doing that.
Cool.
I'd be glad when I could travel again and get out the house.
Yeah.
Tired of being in the house.
I think we're all kind of stir crazy is the word. We're all getting a little stir crazy.
Right.
All right, Roz. Well, thanks for coming on, and let's see who we got next. David Sharp, you're showing up next on my screen for some reason.
All right.
I think I know you from real life, right? You've done our dive bar shows in real life.
We have met in real life. I used to look different. Things have changed.
Well, what's the difference? What was the difference? Major plastic surgery, weight loss. What happened?
Quarantine happened, and I stopped going to the barber and stopped shaving. One of those was for safety. One was just because I gave up, I guess. I don't know.
You know what? I stopped shaving too, but it's my legs, so nobody knows the difference. And then I grew out my leg hair so long that I could wax, and I went and there was this box of wax that had been sitting in the bathroom for like as long as I could remember, and I had my mind on like, I'm gonna wax one day, and then I opened it up and it was all like used and empty, somebody else's old wax that I don't even know what it was, but I was like, oh, never mind, forget that. I shaved, and now it's long enough I could probably wax again. But anyway, what's going on with your hair, David? You got some kind of like a skull cap.
Yeah, no, I call this the unemployed sushi chef. When quarantine started, I was very clean cut. I had like the standard white guy, kind of like short on the sides, a little longer on top. kind of like Backstreet Boys,
Uh-huh.
but since I'm in my 40s now, it's Backstreet Men, you know?
Nah.
But now it's, I can get metal with it.
It's you have lustrous locks.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts. I'm not saying you're gonna go bald, but I had a male roommate who had hair kind of like yours, but he was going bald, and he was also into heavy metal, and he would headbang his hair. I was like, why are these long hairs all over the bathroom, like from wall to wall? And then he told me that's how he would dry his hair, is by headbanging. Plus it was thinning, so it was probably all falling out because he was going bald. It was like the worst roommate.
That is definitely the most metal way to dry your hair. Headbang.
He was a musician, but yeah. Anyway, I'm like, no, not for me. Somebody with long hair and balding at the same time. Bad roommate.
How long
Check combo.
I guess.
Anyway, David, so have you been keeping busy? Have you been doing shows, or what have you been doing during quarantine?
So my partner and I run a show together. She is a balloon artist. I should have brought an example of the types of things that she sculpts. I'll go find one. And I'll bring one back.
So not just like not just like the little dogs they make at children's parties.
Oh no. She's like one of us in this relationship is genuinely talented. The other one is on the show tonight.
And she picked a path that has less competition too. So
exactly,
it's probably easier to become the top of that field.
But the thing is, what she used to do is like birthday parties and decorations for parties and in-person balloons, and there haven't been as many in-person birthday parties these days. So we had to do like one of those real hard pivots. And so what we did is we started doing a live stream balloon show. And so I've been producing that and helping her put that together and featuring my beautiful, talented baby mama.
Oh, nice. And for people who haven't met you before, where are you from, and how long have you been doing comedy?
I live in lovely Granada Hills, Los Angeles, far northwest corner. You probably have like vaguely heard of it once and have no idea where it is, but it's nice. It's like the chill corner of Los Angeles is the way I like to think of it. I was born in Santa Barbara, a little bit up the coast, traveled throughout the country, and finally made my way back to Southern California because it's better here.
Yeah.
What got you into comedy?
I wasn't serious enough for poetry.
Oh, well, last week we were lucky to have two different comics do spoken word on our show, which has never happened before, and it was pretty hilarious. One of them, it was about toilet paper, and the other, I think it was about STDs or something. But anyway, it was funny in both cases.
Sounds about right. I will not be doing spoken word poetry tonight. You're welcome.
Yeah. I gotta start writing. I don't know. I gotta add it to my repertoire. But anyway,
do not do that. Keep living your life.
Well, what's the balloon show called? You gotta plug it because I think all of our viewers are curious to watch something like that.
I'll find a balloon, and then you'll believe me when I say that she's an impressive person.
Okay.
It's called BRL, Balloon Request Live. It is every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 3 p.m. on the internet.
Okay. Balloon Request Live. All right.
Cool. If I send out a link, can you send that to the people watching this? Is that a thing? Do we have the technology?
I don't know. Well, you could. Try to go on the Facebook chat and put it there. It's better just to say it. Oh God, you're yelling at me again.
Totally a little different than Dive Bar.
Okay. I let my baby have my makeup bag. He's playing with my lipstick now, and I guess it's not.
No, I have a 2-year-old, so I also have some like garbage trucks around the house. I don't know how that guy feels about garbage trucks, but that's what hypnotizes my 2-year-old.
Oh yeah. There's actually I'll do some show that I watched on Netflix called Trash Truck. If you have a 2-year-old or something like that, they've probably all seen it because they put it right at the top of Netflix. Trash Truck.
Oh yeah.
It's cute. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for coming on, and I can't wait to hear your stuff.
I'm gonna go find some balloons.
Let's see who else we got in the house.
Cool balloons.
All right. Everybody's moving around. Okay, Sam Brilhart, you made it on. Just in the nick of time. Hi.
Hi.
I remember you. You also are doing pandemic hair and beard, right? Did you have that going before? This is a new look for you.
This is a part of a new look. I used to have a mustache.
Oh, you did mustache, but no beard.
Yeah, and glasses.
Wow.
Then I realized what an uphill battle I was fighting with the ladies with the mustache.
But it's good for comedy. It's funny.
It was very good for my comedy. But when you're trapped inside by yourself, it's very bad for your dating situation.
Aw. Well, I don't know about dating. Any dating situation during the pandemic is just for the brave. Only for the brave, I guess. It's hard to date from 6 feet away with your mask on and no restaurants open, nothing to do, no bars. So.
Yeah, like I've offered to FaceTime with a few girls, but even that I got shut down on.
Oh, wow. Well, I had a guy that wanted to FaceTime with me, and I was like, oh, I'll just see you when I see you. You know, like first I said I want to keep it casual, and he thought that meant like we're gonna have casual sex, but I meant like see you around, kind of casual. He got excited for a minute. Ah, God, this yelling. Okay, so Sam, for people that don't know you, give us your back history, where you're from, and how you got into comedy.
Well, I'm originally from the Midwest, and I grew up in Flint, Michigan, and then I went to college in Detroit, Michigan to study acting. Then I dropped out of college. And then I moved to Chicago and I studied some improv there and was messing around with comedy there. And then about 10 years ago, I moved to LA.
All right, so you've been doing comedy for a long time.
Yes, thankfully,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. So have you been doing a lot of Zoom shows, or what have you been working on since we've been all staying home?
No, since staying home, I was really focused on more writing last year. So I had a couple of script ideas that I just sort of hammered out over the 8-9 months that we were locked up. So that's what I was up to. I've done a couple of these Zoom shows, but I'm not too great at them. I'm still in Los Angeles now, so we're definitely getting out to more mics now, like open mics, and some shows are happening, but it still eludes me how to get booked on those.
Yeah, and a lot of them get shut down because they're not legal. They're just
Mr. Carter, ooh, Mr. Carter.
What's going on, Carol?
Shows, I got open mics, I got all of that.
Oh, Carol is always doing shows, but she keeps them outdoors. So yeah, you're gonna want to book Sam after this and get him out of his house. He's bored.
Yeah.
Yes,
Carol's
please.
always doing shows at parks and
Parking lots
and all kinds of places.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I'd love to get booked out of my house.
yeah. All right. Here we go.
But make him wear a costume. He wears costumes. He dresses up. Sam
Really?
likes to dress like a chicken. Yeah, Sam dress. I met Sam as a chicken.
We're gonna
He
start
was not
all-
a human. He
we're
was
gonna
a
start
chicken.
these parties again.
Oh,
The
you-
balloon twisting and the
You met
chicken
Sam. He was
outfit
a
and
chicken.
everything. We could really entertain
Yeah.
Carol, I was sitting with
Yeah.
the chicken, the smoking chicken. He was the smoking chicken.
I remember that. He's been to Fry's parking lot and he's been to Lexington.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's where
As a
Susie
chicken.
and I met, I think, was a Lexington, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but I wasn't dressed as a chicken. I was dressed as a bat.
You
I'm
were
really
dressed as a
confused.
bat.
I
You were
guess you're
dressed
I was
as a
just
blue
eating bats.
panda
I was
there
just
or
eating.
something
I was
like
just looking for bat to eat. I'm just kidding. I was just looking.
Is this
But I
true?
settled
Who was
for the
dressed like a chicken?
chicken.
Sam, is this true? Is this you dressing as a chicken or somebody else?
Yes, he dressed as a chicken. I don't know why.
Why?
Just-
Was it Halloween or just a random?
Well, Fry's was not Halloween. He was there. I don't know why he was.
Just a
dressed like
random
chicken,
day
but it was
dressed as a chicken.
hilarious.
Wait, he
Okay.
was America's Got Talent chicken. He was the chicken on America's Got Talent too. I don't know. His
Oh.
chicken is deal.
Like famous. You're a world famous chicken.
Yeah.
So I heard that KFC stopped their slogan, finger licking good, because it was too germy.
Damn.
Yeah, they said it's dangerous during a pandemic.
It's not COVID friendly.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I know.
Hilarious.
yeah. Don't lick your fingers
that
in
true?
a pandemic. Uh-oh,
Wait, that's
God,
not
the
a
crying
joke?
started
That's
again.
true?
Ah! All right, Sam. Thanks for coming on. Let's see what Susie
Oh, yeah.
Sitcom is doing. Susie, did I catch you at a
Hey.
good time? I know you're at the salon.
Josh,
Yeah.
we got a garbage truck
What the fuck?
What's the truck? What's the truck?
for the 2-year-olds.
Oh, the truck. I thought the truck was for the 2-year-olds. I thought the truck.
It's not balloons. It's not balloons.
What's in your what's in that guy's hair? Does he have onions and garlic in his hair?
He has a crown.
Oh,
His-
made of garlic?
His significant other is
Balloon
a
art,
balloon
Susie.
artist.
Where were you during the first half of the show? His,
Oh,
I thought you guys. I thought you
is a
guys.
balloon artist.
Oh, he's a balloon artist. Okay, so I got to tell you about a story about a balloon artist. Oh my god, that's great because I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about. Let me talk about the balloon artist. So I'm from Chicago. Did you ask me about myself, or I'm just going to be narcissistic
Just
and
go
talk
for
about
it.
myself?
I gotta mute myself. Just do a monologue.
Obviously, clearly, I'm a narcissist. I have children. Like I think anyone who's a parent, they're like, they just love themselves so much they decide to like procreate. So I'm convinced all parents are narcissists. That's why they decide to have children. I've decided to have 2 children. Get out of the window. This is not your deal. This is my deal. Get out. Sorry. See, this is COVID. Quarantine. So quarantine. Let's talk about quarantine. Okay, wait. So what was I saying? I can't even. I'm like ADHD brought on by quarantine. Animals. They've turned into animals since quarantine. Like manners have gone out the window. So my name is Susie Sitcom. I want a sitcom. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I actually thought about how I got started in comedy. I was taking an improv class as like a date night with my husband at the time. And the instructor pulled me aside and said, Susie, I want you to perform in my show. He said, I want you to do stand-up comedy in my show. And I don't know what that means. I'm like, sure. So the first time I did stand-up comedy ever was on a stage at Second City in Chicago. He had a show on the side stage at Second City on Sundays. And I went on stage and I did it. And he didn't tell me to take a class or anything. He's just like, you need to do this. And my husband said, she doesn't even know what stand-up comedy is. Why would you have her do this? And I said, well, I've actually been watching stand-up comedy since I was like 5 years old. Like my first album was the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's, and my second album, my first 45 was Steve Martin's King Tut. So it's the only thing my family and I kind of bonded on was around like Red Fox, Saturday Night Live, Richard Pryor. So I've been watching comedy my whole life. And so when someone decided at 40 to like pull me to get on stage for the first time also and do stand up, I got on stage and I felt really at home. So, and what I talked about the first time I was on stage was about a balloon artist, actually, who I met. So,
Wow.
So he was a magician.
Brings it all back. You're
yeah.
Like a full
So
circle. You went from
Yeah.
balloon artist
yeah.
for your first show, and now you're back here talking about balloon art yet again.
Yeah.
So wow. Well, welcome to the show. I see Mr. C is having technical problems, buzzing in and out, but he's there. He looks a little better this time, so I think he's figuring it out. All right. Who else we got? David Sharp. I already talked to. Who do I talk to? Did I talk to Victor Martinez Jr.?
I did not talk to Victor.
Yo, what's up?
You guys keep switching places on my screen. That's very confusing to me. All right, Victor, you still doing the garage mics?
I haven't done one since like July.
Okay, it's been a while. So what have you been doing?
I'm settling in here in Austin, Texas.
Oh my gosh. So have you tried to get into the comedy scene there?
Yeah, it's pretty chill. Like, it's just exactly like LA comedy scene, but less weed.
Are people allowed to leave their house there in Texas, or everybody's like staying home?
Yeah, they're totally allowed to leave their house. They're just like warning you, but they don't give a shit really. And they do indoor dining.
Oh, how are the shows? The comedy shows? Like, are they
They're nice.
Masked-
They're on a
masked
stage.
or masked? People
Unmasked.
sitting
It's
near each
weird.
other?
It's like a weird law. So like you wear your mask up to the stage and then you can take it off while you're
Breathe your fumes
performing.
into the microphone. Yeah. let
Yeah,
it
like there's
fester
a
in there.
condom on the mic,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
they switch out new condoms every single
A
performer.
real condom or like a special
on the microphone.
condom?
It's like a microphone condom.
Okay.
And they just wear a new one every comedian, and then you take off your
As
mask
you
during your
should with
performance.
condoms. You know,
Yeah.
you shouldn't use the same condom all night long with different people. You got to switch
Yeah,
it
but the
between
host,
people.
it's a big task on the host.
You know, I mean, that would be very rude.
And then you're done with your set, and then you put your mask back on as you're like leaving the stage. So
Okay.
it's nicer than doing online shit, or I haven't tried outdoor shit yet, but it's not so bad.
The weather, is it freezing cold in Texas or it's okay?
It snowed yesterday, like 2 inches.
Oh.
It was so random. It
Oh,
was nice. And
yeah,
then
that's
other
a
than
good
that, it's
amount of
really
snow. Just enough
Yeah.
to make it white, but not enough to like have to shovel.
and then it's gone, and it melted away, and there's like
Aw.
random ass snowmen on the corners now that are all dirty.
Cool. Well, that's cool. So since everything is virtual, you might as well move anywhere you want. You don't have to stay in
Yeah.
LA if you don't want to.
Yeah, I had to get the fuck out of LA. I didn't want to. I mean, I think I got sick already. I just didn't want to stay there for that shit, and I
Yeah.
didn't want them to shut down the garage, because then if like they shut down the electricity for the garage mic, and they shut down my apartment electricity, and I didn't want to. Yeah, because like they were just randomly cutting off power to random. I guess if they found out you were doing like some super spreading event shit,
Yeah.
it would shut you down, or the CDC would come find you, and I don't know. But like garage mic was always, I mean, we were all 6 feet apart anyways. You know, it was always outdoors, so it was nice. I'm gonna come back and do that whenever I come to pick up my shit at the end of the month. And
Cool.
and
Yeah,
then
it
I'll
looked like
have to
people
find
really
a garage out
appreciated
here.
it. I saw pictures
Right?
and everybody was hanging out. Like it looked like a chill hangout kind of thing.
I miss it. I mean, I'm sad
Aw.
that, you know, all good things come to an end. But I'm gonna do one more at like the beginning of February, like a big blowout to end everything, and then I'm gonna find a garage out here in Austin.
You're gonna do a big super spreader.
You're gonna plan your
Dick
super
off
spreader
his-
event. You know what? Me and Carol can come because me and Carol are COVID survivors, and hopefully we're immune. I don't know how many of the other of you are also immune, but pretty soon we're all gonna have it. So whatever.
Sam Brilhart, I love you, Sam. Hey, do you still fit in your chicken suit?
Yeah, I do still fit my chicken suit.
What are you trying to say, Victor?
Yeah, you just called me fat, I think.
Yeah, he just
No,
called you fat.
you're thick. I like that type of chicken. That's good, thick chicken with the white breast. Yeah, you're a hormone induced chicken with a lot of hormones.
Oh
Fat
my,
chicken.
my.
I love you, man.
Excuse us.
It's okay.
You
All right,
still
I'm
have
flicking.
Roz Browne.
I think I talked to every single
No.
person, right? Am I
Yeah.
missing somebody?
Yes.
Who?
Carol.
Roz
Carol.
Browne. Roz Browne.
Roz Browne I talked to first.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, she just
Oh, you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
I
That's
talked
'cause
to her
she
first
dropped
because
out and
she's
came
going
back.
up first.
Yes,
Carol,
she
do you have
dropped out
any
and came back.
upcoming shows you want to plug?
Yes, I do actually.
Go
I
for
do
it.
have an upcoming show this coming Saturday night at the NoHo Diner. Will be carpool comedy. You can drive up in your car, listen to it over your FM stereo, and watch comedians get up on the back of a pickup truck and make jokes. You guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, Saturday afternoon, Pan Pacific Park, and then Saturday night, carpool comedy. This weekend, coming to you in Los
How
Angeles.
does that work? So you tune into a certain station on FM, and so you guys have like a transmitter or something
I have an
connected to the
FM
mic?
transmitter that
This
transmits
is your
up to-
personal FM transmitter, Carol?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep.
You
And
really
it
are a
trans-
tech guru. Wow.
It transmits up to 2 miles, and so yeah, you can just sit in your car and listen to it over the stereo, just like the drive-in movies.
Awesome. Well, that
Mhm.
sounds fun.
Yeah, it
Probably
is
a lot of
fun. It's
people-
really fun.
Making out in their cars.
Yeah.
I think of when I think of drive-in movies.
And
Although I don't know who makes out to comedy, but I don't know. Maybe some people. Maybe my comedy. Anyway, all right,
For your
Carol. That's
kids,
gonna be a lot
because
of
you can
fun.
just keep them in the car.
Oh boy. All right. Well, cool. Let's get this show started. Mr. C, it looks like you've figured out all your tech issues.
Am
Can
I
we hear
still
you?
spotty and jumpy?
No,
You seem
you're
all right.
smooth.
Are you on your
Okay.
computer? You're on your phone.
Yeah, I just switched back from my devices a few times, powered them off and back on, and it just happened
You're
to work.
fine. You're pretty much
All right,
fine.
good.
So cool. We got you know who our first person is?
No, who wanted to go first?
Roz
Okay.
Browne.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So that kind of changed my whole. No. All right. Roz Browne first. All right. Good. I knew that. I'm practicing my Trump game. I knew that already. You're just begging for a job, Joanne. That's who you are.
Oh boy.
All right.
Boy.
All right. Great. So good. All right. So that's the Dial Bar Comedy Show. We had some great interviews. I'm Mr. C, the Enforcer, and back out of Max Headroom Robot Land, where the Verizon is messing with me. $225 a month, man. $225 a month. I should be able to walk through here and smack somebody for that kind of money. Anyway, and whatnot. I'm not going to complain. You know, I'm going to complain. I'm still going to complain. But we're about to get into the Dial Bar Comedy Show. I'm Mr. C, the Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy, call little bad boy, skip bags representative. You guys ready for the Dial Bar Comedy Show? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. So we got a wonderful lady. She's actually a Dial Bar Comedy family favorite. She's been with us for some time, and she has now returned. Like the prodigal child, she has gone off to create great things. She has left. She's like, oh my God, where is the RB? And then when things come into a new, we get a fresh new year and we got her back home. So now we have the return of the prodigal child. Can I get a clap, 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 clap for the RZ, Miss Roz Browne, the prodigal child.
Oh man, I love that intro. I'm the prodigal child. I never knew that before. I always knew I was the middle child, but not a prodigal child. I think that's one of the reasons I got into stand-up too, because I'm a middle child.
Mm.
You know, most comedians have something wrong with them. If y'all don't know what it is yet, you're gonna find out what's wrong with you. Because that's why we do comedy, because there's something wrong. For me, it was the middle child, being a middle child, because I grew up in a middle class family. I didn't grow up poor. I didn't live on the streets, but I'm thinking maybe now I need to live on the streets so I can take my comedy to the next level.
Mm.
Right. Because you hear those stories of successful comedians that all lived out of their cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
All lived out of their cars. So I'm going to say, call my house my car. I'm going to say, I live out of my car too. It's just called my house. I wouldn't be lying. So when they make that story and when they tell that story about my life, they can say, she lived out of her car for 10 years. They don't know it's a house on Evergreen Lane that I call a car, but it will be my house, my car that I lived out of. See, I have a way to make it work for me. That story, because you need that story that you don't have it that good.
Mm.
You need that struggle. See, I got into comedy the wrong way. I became a CPA first. I went to school to be a CPA. Yeah, because one of my teachers told me I could make a lot of money as a CPA. But I didn't realize I had to go to work.
Ah.
Yeah. I didn't realize you had to actually show up for a job. It's not like, I don't like working, but they had those hours 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 I could make, but that 9 was way too early. But I would go in anyway, just so I could talk on the phone. This was before cell phones, We didn't have cell phones back in the day when I first started working a day job. They didn't have cell phones. No, you had to find a landline to make a phone call. And you had something called long distance, but you didn't pay for at home. You go to your job so you could make them calls to home so they could pay for the long distance. That's how I worked it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found a way, and I did taxes too. Tax time coming up. We got to do our tax returns. I hate doing that. You know, because most people don't know what they're doing on the tax return. They're coming asking stupid questions, you know, and they think you could do miracles with them. You know, that's why I would sign the tax return. After I signed it, I would put my signature, I would put TITS. It stood for this is their shit. Because I didn't want them to come back asking me, you know, why you put this down. I'm like, you see that TYTS, that means that's your shit. That's not my shit. Yeah, and then they ask stupid questions too. You know, some clients come in, they ask questions like, oh, well, am I gonna get all my money back? And I will tell them, well, you didn't pay any money in. You know, you gotta pay money in to get money back.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Some people, I see your headlights going on like, oh, really? Yeah, you do. Then they ask, well, what about the earned income credit? I'm like, well, you didn't earn any income. You have to earn income to get the earned income credit. One guy got indignant and talked about, well, at least let me get some champagne, you know, from that champagne fund. I'm like, that's a political campaign fund. And you're not getting that either. Yeah, my boss would tell me, she would say, Roz, you got bad conflict negotiation skills. I told her, kiss my ass. Because I got good manners, you know. I might not have them skills. Like you can see some of my sports bra underneath my shirt. I don't want to get y'all excited over here. I got 1 minute. I didn't even get started yet. That was crazy. Okay. I have a condo. I kept my condo because I got the car. I'm living out of the car, you know, AKA the house. I do have a condo I kept too. I have a tenant. He's white. Yeah. He's the only white person in the building, but he don't know it. Because you can't tell them that. When people come see a unit, you can't say, it's just you.
Yeah.
You're the only one who look like you. That's illegal. When they ask you about the neighborhood, all you can say is look around. And come back at night and look around some more. I like my white tenant. He's good. He paid on time. Sometimes he even paid early. I didn't even know you could do that. You guys been great. My name is Roz Browne. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Pause. For Roz, my prerogative Brown. Everybody's talking all this stuff about Roz. Why don't you just let her live? I think that's your song, girl.
Yeah, Brown though. Yeah, it's my people.
That's what I'm talking about. And a brilliant set, wonderful set. Always gets us ready up. And like she said, tax time is coming up. I actually just got my stimulus yesterday. So I'm very happy because I want to cancel the meeting at Capitol Hill next Friday that I was having. I was getting a little frustrated. I was just like, you know what? I ain't got my stimulus, man. Yo, everybody meet me at Capitol Hill next Friday. Apparently it's cool. And put all the white people in front. It doesn't matter. But it actually showed us something that American people actually have more power than they actually think they actually have. Because fact is, no politician wants the bad press of, oh, they shot 100,000 people who tried to run up in Congress today.
Right.
Not going to happen. They might shoot one or two, rub a bullet in their ass, you know, tase the fuck out of here. Just, motherfuckers, stop running up in here. But at the end, we can kind of do what we want. And I want to remember that because people always give these guys so much power. We can't do anything. They got control. The media, Twitter is free. It's free to tell people. It's free to vote. It's free to pick whoever you want. And it's free to run into Congress if you want to go to jail. Okay? So remember that. So another round of applause for Roz Browne. That's right. And next to me is another family favorite. This is one in the street. They call him El Papito in his free time. He's actually a gentleman like myself. I'm a junior. This man is also a junior. So that means he represents legacy when he steps to the stage. Legacy in comedy, legacy in family, and legacy in everything that's all about life in the world. And you got to get ready for this man. Are you guys ready for this next comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Let me get a clap, 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 clap for Victor El Papi Martinez Jr.
Hey, thank you, Mr. C. How you doing, guys? Hello,
right,
everybody in the Zoom world. I hate Zoom. I like Zoom. I like Zoom. I like that. I like that you don't know if you're bombing or not. Like, if you bomb real hard, you could just say that it was bad signal, like it was a bad connection. Like, nah, man, those were killer jokes. It's just, you know, everyone's got one bar. Like, it's different. There's a difference between logging everyone off and walking the room. You know, like, I think I'd rather log everyone off. It's much nicer now. Comedy is much easier. You know, I'm doing Call of Duty right now. I'm killing people online and just killing it. And if y'all ain't laughing, it's not my fault. It's y'all's fault. You know, you just gotta get better Wi-Fi. You just gotta get better Wi-Fi. Get that 5G. It might melt your brain, but it's a good connection. You know what I'm saying? Man, I haven't done one of those drive-in shows yet, but I think I might, because that seems like fun. You know, they were talking about people making out and shit while you're doing a set. That could be cool. Yeah. If they honk or something. Good night, son. My son's going to sleep. This is real easy. I got my son. Go upstairs. I'm about to start talking shit.
Yeah. I love you too, kid. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wait,
No,
son, you're set.
you're eating up time, son. No, you know what? I'll go ahead and switch over to that. I got a son. I got a 4-year-old son. It was nice. At the beginning of the pandemic, he was shitting his pants. Like, he still wore diapers. But, you know, if you remember, they ran out of toilet paper and diapers. So we had to switch over. We had to teach him how to, like, shit in the toilet on his own. And you know what? With the pandemic going on, I had nothing but time. I taught him how to shit on the toilet. I'm happy to say that's my seed right there. You know, some people, they take their babies, you know, they swallow them, they blow them on each other's faces. Mine learned how to take a shit on his own. So there you go. That's kind of special. That's something to me. I'm real proud of that. You know, it was adapt or die at the beginning of the pandemic, and we had to adapt. Just fuck wiping his ass. I still got to do that. I still got to wipe his ass. And, like, I didn't know how to wipe my own ass correctly until I was about 7. And I technically still don't know how to wipe my own ass. It's getting harder now that I'm getting fatter. And, like, that's the one good thing out of the pandemic that happened for me, is that I was ahead of the game. I always, even before we ran out of toilet paper, I went straight shit to shower. I would just take a shit and I'd go straight to the shower, fuck toilet paper, fuck reaching around or going underneath or whatever you do. Just go take a shower, waffle stomp that shit, you know, if it gets thick. And, like, you could even brush your teeth in there, listen to a podcast. That's what I call multitasking. And you know what? I saw the writing on the wall. I was ready for that shortage of toilet paper. Everyone was fighting over toilet paper at the food for less. Me, I was just taking a shit, going straight to the shower. Been doing it forever, even before we were short on that shit. And I'll probably keep doing it even afterwards. So I'm saying, I saw the writing on the wall. It was written in poo. Shit to shower. This is the one thing about the pandemic. I didn't expect, like, at the end of the world to just be wondering what mic I'm gonna hit. Like, I don't remember that scene in Mad Max where the open mics are at Mad Max. Like, I fucking hate this shit. The world is divided. Everyone's fighting. There's a pandemic killing us, and I'm over here concerned about whether or not I'm gonna get 5 minutes on. God damn it. I don't remember that scene in The Day After Tomorrow. Whenever like there's a Category 5 fucking tornado, and there's just a comedian looking for a mic. People can't eat for days. Fucking FEMA camps. We're gonna be hosting mics in FEMA camps. I don't know.
Which trailer is the mic at?
Right, like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that in the fucking. Was Anne Frank concerned about whether or not she was getting on the mic? I fucking hate this shit. I want to die. Nothing makes me softer than flat soda. Like when I open up a Coke, I want to hear the hiss like a cobra, or else I'm not gonna drink that shit. If it comes on me, even better. That's probably just a good tweet, but I was thinking about that while I was watching Cobra Kai. Zoom mics is just it's like sending nudes. You know, like we shouldn't be doing this, but we're far away and we're desperate. You know, so we're just gonna do this to each other. It's a bad idea, but we're just gonna make fun of each other for doing it. But we got to do it because there's nothing else we could do. It's not as good as a real thing. Zoom mics is like sending nudes. 1 minute. I wrote down a note. Deep fake catfish. So like, what if you're like zooming someone, or like not even that, but just dating, like a Zoom date? Can you deep fake yourself into a hot person? And that's like a new virtual catfish. That's not really a joke yet. That's just a concept. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, Mr. C. Shout out fucking GT. Mr. GT, I love you. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Victor Martinez Jr. Yeah. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Took us back into the good old times. Classic stuff all around. Another great set by another wonderful, talented comedian, reminding us about all the things, dealing with the pandemic, doing the goddamn Zoom shows, dealing with your kids. Oh my God. Thank God I don't have kids. Thank God I don't have kids. Oh my goodness. Like for example, if I had kids, even though I get the extra $600 for them, I'd be mad it was cut into the $200 of martini money I want to use with theirs. Like, cut into my shit. Like, oh man, you cut my turn up. But like, I can't go to the club with the baby. You can't. And this is just, hey, this is out to you young girls. You 19. You can't go to the club with the baby. You can't pick up LeBron with a baby in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Kids are only good when they get to be 21. So you can have them, but it's 21 years to 35 years of work before any turnaround. It's like fucking stock. I swear to God. It's like Bitcoin. Just put it in 1993 and fucking wait. Just fucking wait. That's kids. That's parenting. It's an investment. And we should think of it like that sometimes, because sometimes I think people don't realize the investment that goes into our kids. Another round of applause, everybody, for Victor Martinez Jr.
Thank you.
That's right. Ooh, so our next comedian coming to the stage. I love her name because her initials are the initials of SS. And during this time where you got to have a vaccine, it makes you remind us of the good old days back in ye old Germany, where the SS would be like, papers, please. Yeah, so be ready. They're going to want your papers to get on a plane or go to school, which I think is cool. And even though I am not taking...
Go, hurry.
See, she's already ready. She's already ready. He's already ready talking to me. So you guys ready for this next comedian? Can I get a
Yeah.
That's right. Give me a clap. For Susie. She's too cool for school. Sitcom.
What an intro. My God, that was so fantastic. Yeah. You guys are so great. I love stand-up comedy via Zoom because you don't know what is going on with these backgrounds right now. I literally just ran up a parking lot and in the elevator, and now we just made it inside. Woo! Dive Bar Comedy. I really need a drink. So thank you guys so much for inviting me to be on the show. I'm so excited to be here. I don't even know how to hold a camera. I'm a little bit like, I have kids, it's quarantine, people are storming the White House, get in line. I mean, Trump, come on, what the fuck? Like, nobody gives a shit. Everybody's so up in arms about people storming the White House. That was a party. The people who are surprised were the ones who weren't fucking invited. Everybody else who was there, the 50% of America who voted for him, they were invited to that going away party. It was the White House party. Okay. You know, I don't give a shit about Trump. I just really, really can't wait for that rave to go down that he's going to have at Trump Towers. I can't wait for all those assholes to show up at Trump Towers and think that they're going to be let in. No way. No way. They're all going to be fighting for a little bit of that gold toilet bowl. Because, you know, they think he's going to give them like, you know, they can all get one gold tooth from his toilet bowl. That's what I think. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope that they storm his, you know, Club Margot. I hope they storm the tower. But anyways, let's move on to something more important, like me and my children. So during quarantine, I've got to tell you, just this past weekend, my kids decided, because of watching the news and what went on last week, they said they were going to take over my place. So they put signs on the wall. They decided to go on my secret stash. Don't worry, they like move the mushrooms to the back. They found my chocolate. See, like I have to hide chocolate in the house behind the drums, like because you know, otherwise they'll eat all the chocolate. So they found my chocolate, decided to eat it all, got crazy and hopped up on sugar, and put signs on the wall, and decided to like just take over the house. They're like, Mom, you know what? It's been 10 months. And if you say anything about us eating this chocolate, we're going to get on social media and tell everybody about your darkest secrets, because there's nowhere to hide anymore. Us parents have nowhere to hide from our kids. Like we used to be able to get drunk during the day and like drop our kids off of school. And we just say, oh, I'm tired. You know what I mean? You had excuses. Now they see everything. They know my drinking schedule. They know my masturbation schedule. I mean, like all the guys I date, like it's fucking terrible, you know? Like a staycation for me is going into the bathroom, literally getting in the bathtub and locking the door. That's it. That's the only place I'm with my kids. When I'm on the toilet, they like run to the bathroom and they're like, oh, it's family meeting time, Mom. I'm like, let's just ask her for Roadbucks. It's like money for a video game. I'm like, no, this is not family meeting. When I have to go on an extended like bathroom break, it does not mean it's a family meeting. Okay. And now nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about us moms. You know, and I'm like, God, I need a comedy crew. I need a crew with Mom. And today, like someone who has kids, someone who gets it, someone who's not like going out there and like eating ass, having sex, enjoying their life. Like some people, like, you know, like that's not me. I don't get to go out there and do all those things. I don't understand. Like I tried to get out and start dating, and people talk about it all the time. Like, I'm so clueless. I don't even know how to put a condom mic on the condom when I do. Like, I'm like, is there enough air? I don't even know. Like, should we be practicing, Carol? What do we do first? And I'm referencing Carol because Carol, I do a lot of her shows, and like, oh my God, everybody's like, oh, they eat ass this way, that one. Like, they talk about it like it's like an avocado, like, you know, like they eat it all the time. It tastes good. It's like, it's an acquired taste. And I'm like, well, why the fuck do you guys have any problems with me talking about like eating bat or eating dog at all? Like, I get it. Maybe one requires a little bit more salt, but like, it's really kind of the same thing, right? Anyways, I was like, I got a little muffled there. Anyways. And besides, I don't blame the person for eating that. I blame the Mexican who motherfucking cooked that shit and sweet and soured it and made it so delicious. All right. So speaking about COVID and like all this stuff that's going on, like my mind, I think, you know, storming the White House, my kids storming my house. I mean, literally, there's a sign that's on my door, and it just says on the bedroom door, and it says "No crazy ladies," because they think they can do that now. So I've been thinking about like Black Lives Matter and racial appropriation a lot, just because there are a lot of protests going on. And, you know, in order to do stand-up comedy outside, we have to pretend that we're doing a protest. We're protesting that stand-up is essential, which it is. Laughter is completely essential. I mean, you know, there's two things that I can do right now. I can either laugh or I can cry. And I actually, the last mic, a lot of people were crying when I was trying to laugh, deliver my stand-up. I don't know what happened. So racial appropriation. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. I think that all of it's valid. However, I wonder, like, why is there no love for Asians right now? It's like we are not only the causer of COVID, supposedly according to Trump, but we are also like, the heroes, and you know, we're solving COVID. So, but let's take this thing a bit further, like the cultural appropriation. You know, nobody talks about the fact that Black people have stolen their looks from Asians. I mean, we were the first people to walk around with big ass sunglasses, Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? Like we dressed like rappers before rappers even existed. How come nobody talks about that? Koreans are the original with barbecue. Our shit, we are so fucking serious about barbecue. We will bring the hot fucking coals in our living room, cut a hole in our table, and you know, ventilate the air outside. Like we are the original when it comes to barbecue and designer swag. I'm just saying. But there is one thing that us Asians do appropriate from Blacks, and it's perms. I don't know what it is. Every single Asian woman above 60. Girls, a little bit of respect. Come on. Don't turn me into Rodney Dangerfield here. Come on, I've got a show. So,
and 1 minute.
I just feel like, yeah, I'm sorry. That's my minute. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I just rambled on and on. You guys need to leave. Please take my children. Someone help me. I'm lonely. I have 2 kids. Nobody loves me. Yeah, my kids don't even like suck on my tits anymore because they're old. So, I mean, at least you get to enjoy that. At least you enjoy that. So. I do in the middle of the night, you know, when I am lonely, I do spoon with my kids at night, and they're like, Mom, this is gross. You're humping me. So I guess they're getting too old for that. So anyways, just make sure that you stay safe, look out for the future of the children. They will be needing therapy, and hopefully we won't have a lot of addicts out there in the future, and a lot of comics. So thanks, guys. Sorry about the crazy set. I riff. That's what I do. And I enjoy it very much because, you know, I'm in quarantine right now. All right. Bye.
Yeah. Right. That's right. Another round of applause for Susie, the sweet sitcom.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And once again, another educational set, because the Dive Bar Comedy Show is an educational experience. For example, she talked about the Asian community. Did you know that the Asian race and the African race are the 2 oldest civilizations on the planet? So, yeah, that's why Black Lives Matters to her.
Hell yeah.
Now, in a lot of other countries, people think, oh, you know, Black people get the racism, which we do. We like specialize in it wherever we're at. But if you go places like India, the light-skinned Indians don't like the dark-skinned Indians. My homeboy Ken is from Korea. He has funny things to say. What part of Korea are you from, Suze? The north or the south?
Well, we say we're from the South Korea. I mean, I would have to say I'm from South Korea because I'm in the United States of America.
For example, my homeboy Ken.
Yeah, I'm
from
Seoul. I'm from Seoul. Clearly, I have soul, you know. So I'm a Korean. The Koreans.
So you would say the South?
I'm from the South, yeah. South side, North side in Chicago, South side in Korea.
Okay. Well, my homeboy Ken, for example, he's kind of North Korean, and he was like, Carl, we say those people are from the dirty South.
Dirty South,
because they
really?
have a tan.
Well, he's starving, so whatever. He's fucking starving.
Right? Like, and this is the Asian guy.
He's gonna die. Who cares what he says? He's gonna die soon anyways. He's got no food and resources, so let him fucking live it up, man.
I'm sorry. Shout out to North
Nothing
Korea.
there, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What's the laughter?
That's what I'm talking about. And that shows the balance of everything. Another round of applause, everybody, for Susie, the sweetheart, Sitcom.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. So fun. Thank you for having me.
That's right. That's right. And our next comedian coming to the stage. Oh my God. So this next guy, I like his name because it reminds me of old songs when I used to listen to Teddy Riley and when his friends used to call him D Shiggity on Black Street. And when they'd be like, I like the way you work it, D Shiggity, you gotta bag it up. So we gotta bring this guy in a little bit different. Usually I ask for a yeah, but now I want a hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. So can I get a hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo?
Hey yo,
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
That's right. Let me get a clap, 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 clap. I like the way you're working. D Shiggity David
Thank you, Mr. C. Wow. That's a lot of energy to match, and I honestly don't think I have it in me. I did
I have children.
exactly, and he's asleep right. I mean, it looks like a bar, but it's really just a wall with a baby behind it. I did promise you earlier. I have a partner who I said is much more talented than me, who makes balloon sculptures. So I'll show you some of those. This is like one of the ladies from Trolls.
Aww.
Trolls. I don't know what Trolls is, but I know it's a thing.
That's really good. That's really.
This is is it Beaker from the Muppets?
Beaker.
But he's
Fun.
wearing he's wearing Ryan Beaker. Yeah, he's
What's
ready
his name?
for
That's Beaker, right?
this day and age. Yeah,
That's him.
right
Oh
here.
my god, I want that. I want to hire that. Who makes these?
Does anybody remember Count Duckula?
Yes.
You hear that a Bread Bucks Nanny? All right, Mr. C, I know you know. This is a hippie camel.
Huh.
He's got his own wall.
This is a show where people request things and she makes them. This is a chainsaw. She made this up for balloons. It works even. It's just pretty impressive.
Wow.
That's made of balloons?
No. That was a lie. I lied to you all, and I'm sorry about it. This is my son's toy, which is more disturbing, that she would have made this out of balloons, or that my son has a toy chainsaw where the blade moves.
Oh,
God.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm getting scarier and scarier with my face, I can tell, the closer I get to you. All right, what do I want to say? So my partner is definitely the talented person. We do a show together. In the meantime, I am a writer. Have I read anything you've written? Yes, you probably have. You know when you Google something, you get like 3 pages of garbage before you find the thing you're actually looking for? That was me. I wrote that garbage. You're welcome. I am a professional garbage writer for companies that need internet bullshit. My specialty is like I'm a good researcher, so like I go deep into like the niche inside the niche businesses. I used to write for a company that makes golf cart seat covers. Not golf carts, not golf cart seats, just the covers. I write currently, I have 2 main clients. One is a company that gets financing for people that are thinking about building gas stations. I don't want to talk about that because you don't want to listen to it. And then the other one, I write for a website that has exclusively what they do is they put out fantasy football team names. So for people that are too lazy to name their own fantasy football team, you call in the experts. And I'm the guy that makes dumb puns about fantasy football. It's kind of the perfect job for me because I am a comedian and I play fantasy football and I'm a whore without dignity or self-respect. It's very good. I wrote for a site for a long time. All they sell are shutters and blinds. Like that, just shutters and blinds. But I had to write 25 lifestyle blogs about the fun, fast-paced world of shutters and blinds. Now, the reason I'm good at this is because, like, I go deep, you know? I get to the point where I start believing my own bullshit. It gets to the point where, like, I started seeing shutters and blinds as, like, the solution to all of life's problems. I'm sensing skepticism. I believe I literally heard a Which is an international sign of skepticism. So shutters and blinds, what do? They control the light, right? But controlling the light controls the temperature. Controlling the temperature means that you don't have to pay your heating or your air conditioning bills. In the end, you're saving the planet because it's better for the environment and it's better for your health. Thank you, shutters and blinds. I started seeing them as like the solution to all of life's problems. Like I had this buddy whose girlfriend was like losing interest. And so I was like, would you try getting her some shutters and blinds? Heat the relationship back up. Israel, shutters, Palestine, blinds, cool off the Gaza Strip, both literally and metaphorically.
Oh.
All right, to the application. I don't know. So I'm a dad. We talked about that. Mr. C, that was some of the most no children energy that I've ever heard somebody bring. You're so glad you don't have kids. I am so glad I have kids during quarantine. Like it's been so much nicer because I have this tiny little maniac that I get to take care of. His name is Porter. It is, I have been told, the whitest name that there is. I named him that because what I wanted was for him to be able to walk into like any Urban Outfitters anywhere in the world and just get a job, bam, like that. Porter, you're hired. But the best part about being a dad is that now I have an excuse for having a dad bod. I've had one for 15 years, and finally no one's questioning it. It's great. I get to tell dad jokes. You all have to think of genuine material. I get to just tell dad jokes. It's the best. I thought of 2 genuine dad jokes, and I'm gonna end with them. And there's a legitimate chance that you're gonna be like, I've definitely heard that joke before. That's because they're dad jokes. You think of them, and you're like, yeah, somebody's probably thought of this before. So if it feels plagiarized, no, it's just hacky. Say what you will about acronyms. At least they stand for something.
Hey!
All right. Last one. Where did the martial artist buy all of his equipment?
Where?
At the karate shop!
Oh my God.
That's stupid. All right.
Yay!
Thanks for listening.
Yay, Dave.
Is there another dad joke?
That was it, Mr. C.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a round of applause for a dad joke. David Shaw.
And Brit.
Dad. Yay for dads. Yay.
I like it. And I like his fatherly energy. It actually rethink, my situation, because earlier I was like, oh man, I'm glad I don't have kids. But he made me think about it. I was like, you know what? If I had a kid, I would have somebody to take the piss test for me when I need a job.
Hey.
So, you know what? Thank you, Dave. Another round of applause for my man, Big David Shaw. D-shiggity, we got to bag it up. Ew, 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 ew. All right. Okay, I've been drinking a lot of tequila, so that's fair. Which you can't do when you have children, by the way. Because actually, you can.
No, you
can. Okay, so I have an admission to make. So my mother, right? She's just in her early 70s. And my sister, she's like, oh my God, I think mom's going crazy. I want to put her in a home. Because my sister, she can't wait to bury my mom in a nursing home. I'm like, what are you, a devil? And whatnot. So my mom, she does almost burn down the house last time I'm home. She almost burned down the whole house, right? And then my sister was like, did she do anything crazy? And I was just like, I want to tell on her, but it's the same shit that I do too. I almost burned in my house 3 times this year. I flood the floor once a week. And when not, I leave the door unlocked, come in and rape the shit out of me. I know, and I don't mean it. I just get busy and I be doing stuff. So it's just like, I sympathize. So anybody that's getting older and people are like, oh, you getting crazy. I'm going to put you in a home, mom. I'm going to sell your house the second you act stupid. You guys don't worry about it. You're okay. That's right. And let's give another round of applause to my man, D-Shiggity, David Shaw. All righty. Ooh, next up in the game is a wonderful lady. And earlier, one of our comedians mentioned it, that one day we may live in the apocalypse. And I picture this lady being the queen of the apocalypse like Grace Jones. Can you see her in the Grace Jones outfit already? She is the hardest working lady in Hollywood. She loves prison. She loves prison mates. She loves talent. She works hard. She gets it grinding. Are you guys ready for the hardest working person in Hollywood? Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
That's right. Let me get a clap for the Grace Jones of this motherfucking shit, Miss Carol Newell.
Oh my goodness, you guys. I survived the COVID, you guys. I survived. I'm the 99%. So many people sick. So many. Yeah. I got the trifecta in 2020, you guys. I lost a husband, I lost a job, and I got the COVID. So bingo for me. Yeah, my husband passed away in September of last year, which I know sounds sad, but we were already separated for a year before that, so now I just don't have to get divorced, you guys.
Wow.
I don't have to get divorced. I get the house. I get everything. You guys, I get the house, the cars, everything. I win.
I win.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you guys, he finally quit drinking. For good. Yeah, I know it sounds sad, but yeah. When I picked him up from the crematorium, I did something with him that we had never done in real life. I took him around, you guys, to all my comedy shows for 2 weeks in my car. Took him for a ride. And he thought I was hilarious, you guys. He thought I was hilarious. You guys, you know what I was doing when we were separated? I went on some dates, you guys. I'm an equal opportunity dater, you guys. I date the girls. And I did go on a date with a girl before, the COVID. We went to a Starbucks. We talked for 3 hours, and then we made plans to go on a second date, and we were going to go to a show and spend the night at a hotel. And then over the next week, we started, texting and chatting and sending pictures. She sent me a picture of her hoo-ha, and I sent her a picture of my hoo-ha. And hers was bald, and it had piercings and ornaments. You guys, it looked like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Mine is original packaging, you guys. So a couple days before the date, she calls me up and she's like, I can't go on the date. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I have a phobia of pubic hair. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I can't do that. And I was like, well, that's okay. I'll shave. It's all right. And she's like, no, I've seen it. I can't go back now. I can't do it. And I was like, wow. So you guys, we broke up because we had incompatible hoo-ha. Who knew that was a thing? You guys, I also dated an older guy. Like, I get hit on by like a lot of younger guys usually, but I did get hit on with this one older guy. And like, we were chatting and texting for like, I don't know, 3 days or so. And then he fell and broke his hip and had to go have surgery in the hospital. And I was like, wow. But I kept talking to him, you guys, because he was so sweet and so crippled. And I thought maybe I could get that handicap placard perky. So yeah, I started talking to him while he was in the hospital. And then when he got out, I went and met him in person, and it was not a love connection. But like I said, I was really in it for the handicap parking. So I kept talking to him, and he was really sweet. So one day I didn't hear from him the whole day. Like, every day we would talk, every day we would chit chat back and forth. This day I did not hear a word. And at the end of the day, I finally get a text, and it said, I'm sorry I didn't text you today. my phone fell under the bed. And when my wife came over, she got it out from under the bed for me.
Ooh.
And saw all your text messages and all your pictures. And I was like, wait, what, wife? And he's like, oh no, we're separated. We don't even live together anymore. And I was like, okay. So then a couple weeks later, another day happened where I didn't hear anything, and it turned into a week I didn't hear anything. And I was really concerned, like, you know, maybe he fell again, or maybe he's dead. I don't know. Anything's possible. And then finally at the end of the week, I get a text from him, and he's like, I've been out of town on vacation. I'm sorry I didn't text you, but my wife says I can't see you anymore.
Aww.
The nerve of her.
I was like, she just needed some competition. Oh, so not just dating, you guys, public service. All right, that's it for me this week. You guys come out Saturday to NoHo Diner in North Hollywood. You can get me on the Facebook at The World's Best Laugh, or on the Instagram at The World's Best Laugh, or carpool_comedy for tickets. They're $25 a car, which is very cheap for a night of entertainment. You can bring your family with you. It's not really family-friendly comedy. There's dick jokes, but you know, whatever. They're small kids, they won't know the difference, right? So yeah, come and see us Saturday, January 16th for the Carpool Comedy. It's going to be a great time. Thanks for having me, you guys. Back to you, Mr. C.
Woo!
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Carol Newell, aka Grace Jiggity.
Woo!
That's right, and I can vouch for her. $25 is well worth a night of entertainment. I've been to Tijuana. It costs at least $60 to $100. What? I'm running for president. We have to do things that we get de-stressed during the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't say that. No. But Carol Newell, another brilliant work. This lady, she lays it down. She lets you know what's going on. And she finishes her comedic set with an advertisement. And that is how you do comedy. You lay it down, and then you sell some shit. And that's how we do it. Another round of applause, everybody, for Carol, a.k.a. the Goddess Newell. Like, I'm serious. I really want to make, like, a poster with you, like, on some, like, Beyond the Thunderdome shit in a Grace Jones outfit. Like, I host comedy at the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, so dope. So dope and whatnot. I'm telling you, people would love it.
I'm going to get my leather bustier out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we got one more comedian coming to the stage. We saved this gentleman to the end because his name sounds educated. It makes you feel like you're really smart. His name even sounds like a school. It's like, I went to Brilhart, a great school, a great aid. I went to Brilhart. That's why I went. Brilliant. That's why I went. So we all got to feel a little British, a little, okay? So what I need from all you guys, when I get this guy in here, before we get him in, because we got to do it different, because he's the closer, great man. I want everybody to say apothecary. Can I get an apothecary?
Apothecary.
What? Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make great English people one day. Can I get a clap, 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 clap for Sam, the man at the apothecary? Brilliant!
Woo! Thank you, Mr. C. I appreciate being here on the Dive Bar Comedy. For those of you who don't know me, I am Sam, and I'm an Irish warlock. I am a warlock, not a witch. There's a difference. It's more of a gender-specific thing. We have different equipment.
I should hope so.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, a witch, they use a cauldron to make their potions. And warlocks just use pots and pans. So that's the difference in our equipments. We both tend to ride the same brooms, though. Yes, I didn't bring my broom here tonight. I actually rode the bus. But earlier today, I was out riding my dragon around the Hollywood sign. And the sign is big. It wasn't as big as my dragon, but big nonetheless. And I ran into a man that said, I reminded him of Aladdin in this hat. Yes, I told him I'd take him for a magic carpet ride. But that's all really to getting out that I've been doing over the past 10 months, I think. I've been trying to conjure some spells in my apartment, but I'm afraid that they may break my lease. So I haven't been getting much real work done. I did start an Etsy shop, though. I'm a little confused still about how the interweb works. The only web I ever thought I'd be using in my lifetime is a spider's web. I'm been very lonely over the past 10, 12 months. And I'll try to do things, you know, to cheer myself up, to make it a little more lively. Like I've started to talk to myself in the shower. Don't know if you guys talk to yourself in the shower, but I've started to. I like to pretend that the soap bubbles on my arms are like the orbs of my ancestors. And they're sending me magical messages. Yes, like my granny will come to me in a bubble and tell me to take the subway next week. It's a very dark loneliness that I've been experiencing over this pandemic. But I've been getting along a little bit better every day. I've been working on some of my card tricks. I can now fold them into a table. There are a special deck of cards that I got online. On Amazon. Oh, I'm getting a premonition. I have 1 minute left. I have been shopping on Amazon a little too much. I'll know I've been doing it too much because I'll end up with just a cart full of wizard crap that I can't use. But I have been getting a lot of sleep. I fall asleep really easily. I'm like hot girl tired all the time. Which is why I can't understand insomniacs and the way they walk around like zombies. Okay, I've been Warlock Sam. Thank you for your time.
Woo! Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Sam, the Irish wizard Brilhart. Okay, that's good enough.
Ooh.
And I love what he did. I love what he did. And I love the swag. Now, has anyone ever heard of an Irish wizard?
Mm.
Yeah, I figured it was just a really drunk guy. That's me, but so I'm an Irish wizard. Because I got it down pat and whatnot. And you know what? Once again, Sam has brought it. And now round of applause for all the comedians that have come to the stage since he was our final comedian. And Sam, I like what he brought because we had closed it out with some brilliance. We talked about Black Lives Matter earlier with Suze, how Asians also have their issues. Well, also, Caucasians have their issues. Ooh, educational. Run while you can, because I'm going to fill your brain with knowledge. In Europe, basically the Irish guys and the Scottish guys, they're pretty much the black guys of Europe. And when they got the IRA, they got the Scottish thing, they got the reputation of the drunkenness and the thugginess. And everybody gets some shit. But then they brought them to America and made them cops so they could kick black guys' butts. I don't know. I think it's funny. But another round of applause, everybody, for our final comedian, Mr. Sam Brilhart. All right, that was our final comedian. We're going to close it out of here. Now, normally I will strip, do something fantastic, but my knees are hurting. So I'm just going to close it out. And I'm going to do a little quick thing. But this week has been so stressful. Last week was stressful. People are running into buildings. People are speaking of treason. People are speaking of impeachment. People elected Joe Biden. Whatever. Carl Anthony for president, by the way, 2024. And I feel very American right now. So I'm going to sing the national anthem. And then Wild Joe's going to take us out of here. And we're going home. I think I need some tequila. A national anthem in America should always begin with tequila, by the way. I like immigrants. So, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we won was so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. I love America. Ding dong show, motherfucker. I'm sorry, wrong song. Oh my God, Die Bar Comedy. Whatnot. I named the enemy. Die Bar Comedy, motherfucker. Round of applause for all the comedians, and keep it going for all our comedians that came to the stage. Clap, 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 clap for Roz Browne.
Yeah.
Also keep it going for Victor Martinez Jr. and Susie Sitcom. Also, the man comes and says, David, no shiggity. I got to bag it up. David Sharp. That's right, that's right, that's right. And a man that runs a school that starts in Ireland and comes from a place called Wizardry. We go to Brilhart. Give it up a shot, Brilhart! And the hardest working lady in the world, Grace Jones of this shit. I want to see you on a bustier.
Yeah.
I want to see you in a bustier. Look, I got a bustier.
I'm gonna send you a picture right now.
Oh, Sid, okay. I'm not trying to go to get in Facebook jail. You see what happened to Trump? I'm a presidential candidate. Stop trying to get me. And whatnot. And then close it out with Carol Newell. Wow, Joe, take us home. Show us how we go. It's the Dog Bar Comedy Show.
Wow. That was a great rendition of the national anthem, Mr. C, right up there with Whitney Houston. I liked how Sam had his hand over his heart and was really not often we get to hear the national anthem unless you watch sports. So anyway, it was another fun show. Dive Bar Comedy is live streaming on every Tuesday night on Facebook at 9 p.m. on the Dive Bar Comedy Facebook page. You can also catch the replay at divebarcomedy.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. So thank you all for watching. I'm Wild Joe. Thanks to all our comics, and hope to see you all again soon. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Thank you guys for coming, everybody.
Alrighty.
You have a beautiful voice.
Oh, I've been practicing it for a few months. I want to master it. I want to be able to do something that people will remember better than Roseanne Barr. That's all I know.